What's up, y'all? Welcome to today's video. Listen, I hope you've enjoyed the last couple of river videos as much as I've enjoyed making them. We got a couple more in the hopper, but I'm getting ready to go down to Florida. And so probably for next week, we're not going to drop as many videos. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to kill a couple of birds with one stone, or maybe 3 birds with one stone. I want to give you guys something as a giveaway. I want to give a big shout out to one of our sponsors, and I wanted to kind of do a walkthrough of an unboxing, or like, I guess in this case, it would be more of an untubing. And I got to run over to the Huntsville Fishing and Hunting Expo today and tomorrow before I head to iCast. So I don't have a lot of time to edit it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the knife. I'm gonna untube these rods, and I'm gonna walk you through them kind of as I go. First of all, this is definitely the biggest rod tube I've ever received in my life. So big shout out to the folks at YakRods for sending these over. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna untube these rods and give you a walkthrough of what they are and why I ordered them. And then I'm going to do a giveaway somewhere in the video. I don't know if it's gonna be at the end of the video, but somewhere along the way, I'm gonna tell you guys how to win 2 of these rods, maybe more, but at least 2. So without further yapping, let's jump into the untubing. So I apologize for the, all overness of this video, but I just wanted to do this because I've never done it before. I've maybe done like an unboxing in the past where I kind of halfway did it and didn't really know what I was doing, but I'm just gonna cut this tube open, and then I'm gonna get these rods out of here, and then we're gonna walk through what they are, why they are, how they are, and then I'll tell you guys how to do a giveaway. Hope you guys had an amazing 4th of July weekend. So I'm just gonna pull, oh, look at that. We got a nice, I like that too. It's like a performance hat, Flex Fit Delta. So yeah, you'll see me wearing that in an upcoming video. Oh, awesome. Do a little swag in there, but this is, first of all, when the companies take the time to do the extra padding and stuff to take the space out of the tube, that is always nice. So let me get this stuff off of here. And then one tip is, if you when you order rods online, to the best of your ability, if they come in a tube, save the tube. That way, if you ever have an issue, then you can have a tube to send them back in if you have to do that, if you can't actually visit your local store. Now, if you have a bunch of tubes, I will tell you that if you get like a tree saw or even a hacksaw with an old blade, and you cut these tubes up into little sections and fill them up with newspaper, they make one of the best fire starter logs in the game. So if you got a bunch of rod tubes, you don't have to save them all. They make really good fire starters. So anyway, let me finish getting these guys unbundled. And man, big shout out to the folks, to the team over there at YakRods for the hookup. This is a lot of rods. And so like I said, I'm going to do a giveaway at some point in this video where I tell you guys how y'all can win. So first and foremost, maybe even while you're watching, you can head over to Instagram and follow YakRods on Instagram. I will also link them up in the description box to make it easier for y'all that don't know how to type in the name of a company and go look them up, to go find them. And then so at a very minimum, you're gonna have to follow the folks over there for your chance to win a couple of rods. But yeah, it looks like we got them, for the most part, unpackaged or untubed. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take these rods out of the tube and just kind of go over the features. While I'm doing that, I wanna say this. I really wish and really hope that you guys understand the importance of supporting those who support us, and not just me and kayak bass fishing, but the community, and also are building technique specific and category specific rods. And these guys have really doubled down on the fact that they love kayak fishermen. That's why the name of the company is YakRods. And the first rod up is from the Blackline series, and this is one of their specialty rods. This is a 7-foot medium heavy fast jigs, spinnerbaits, and top water is what it is labeled as. Wind grip, One of the reasons that I'm a fan of the wind grip is because it stands up to our abuse as kayak anglers, putting them in rod holders and all the different contact points. One of the reasons I'm not maybe a fan of wind grips in some cases is it adds more weight. But as we're sitting down a lot of times as kayak anglers and we're holding the rod out in front of us, having a little bit more weight in the butt of the rod will help it feel lighter than it is. And then one of the things that they're known for, other than having their branding on it, is that they put this leash on the end so that if you want to leash your rods, because we have a bigger chance of ending up in the water as kayak anglers than anybody else. The thing I'm the most excited about, and the thing I like the most about the rods of theirs that I've been using so far, is the exoskeleton grip. That really allows you to get that feel, that blank through feel, okay? Where anywhere the blank comes through, and it's even here on the sides, that's gonna give you that extra feel. Whether it's the blade of a spinnerbait, the chatter of a chatterbait, the jig kind of bumping along the bottom, the tungsten weight on your soft plastic, having that blank through is a really big deal. And these guys didn't skimp on anything, and they went so far as to add microwave guides. Now, I will be honest with you, when microwave guides first came out, I actually did some testing with them, and I felt like that they benefited you substantially on spinning rods, but I didn't know or didn't anticipate or didn't even think that they would benefit you on a casting rod. But with some of the shallower spools or big bore spools, when that line's coming off of the thing, it still does benefit you to use that microwave guide to taper down the line slap and to prevent the line from smacking the blank. And so what I have learned so far with the couple of rods that I've already gotten from the folks at YakRods, and then just by feeling this thing, you know, right out of the gate, is that their actions and powers are pretty dead on. So if you notice there, this rod has got a really fast tip. I'm going to do a video on the difference between action and power, because one of my pet peeves is when I hear, and even I hear pros say this a lot of times, yeah, I got a medium action rod. No, you don't. You might have a moderate action rod, you might have a fast action rod, an extra fast, you might have a moderate fast, you might have a slow, you might have a moderate slow, but you do not have a moderate action rod. You do not have a medium action rod. You can have a moderate action rod. So with this rod being a medium heavy fast, the power is medium heavy, and then the fast is that on a fast rod, you're gonna wanna get all of your bend in the first 30% of the rod, okay? The first third. If you have bend into the middle, you're more of a moderate, and if you bend all the way to the tip, you're getting into moderate slow or even slow, like some light action rods for, I don't know, popping corks for speckled trout or crappie fishing or something like where the fish has got a really soft mouth. But this rod, right out of the gate again, feels like it's dead on. And so this is their spinnerbait, jigs, and topwater kind of do more, not necessarily do all, specialty series from the black line. So as I go through these, I'm gonna try to tell you what they are, and I'll come back and tell you more what my opinion on them is, other than the initial reaction once I get these things out on the water. I'm gonna pair this up with a Shimano Chronarch, and I'm also gonna pair it up with a Shimano Bantam, and I'm gonna kind of see how they balance with those two, and I'll report back to you guys on that. There is one rod that sticks out right here, which is kind of what's held up my order, because I've been waiting on this rod in particular right here, and it's because I'm going to Florida. It's also because I fished the rivers for some big old, you know, toothy critters up in Middle Tennessee. I fished the rivers down here for striper, and I'm going to start sharing a lot more of that content. Now, I will be the first to tell you that I am not a swim bait aficionado. In other words, I'm not a swim bait person for the sake of throwing swim baits, but I do love big swim baits. In fact, when I get into isolated waters, Matt Lure's baby bass is one of my favorites because those big fish become cannibalistic in there. And so this is their new big Bofo rod, and it is a swim bait rod, okay? I'm gonna read off the specs to you. It is a 2 to 6 ounce swim bait rod, 7/9 extra heavy, moderate fast. And with a big swim bait, you want that rod to load, so that's why you're gonna get into that moderate, but plenty of power in that butt section. And again, with a moderate, you're gonna see how it's gonna kind of bend. So here's the tip way out here. It's gonna bend a little more towards the middle. swim bait rod, you're gonna want it to do that. So that way when you keep that fish pinned and that fish jumps and shakes that heavier weight bait, you want that rod to kind of act as a shock absorber. So I'm really, really, really stoked about this rod. I'm really excited about the length of the handle, getting that rod handle behind your forearm, getting it in your armpit, you know, if you're working more of a glide style. And they didn't skimp on this rod. It is outfitted with the same guides. Now I do love the fact they went to a little bit lighter EVA on this thing, and this EVA looks to be stupid durable. And I really love the fact that they went to a split grip. Still got your leash on there if you want to leash the rod. But this right here is kind of what I've been waiting for. So looking forward to showing this thing off. And again, you know what? I'm not going to wait to the end of the video. Here's what we're going to do. Follow YakRods and comment YakRods, hashtag YakRods in the comment section of this video. And then I want you to go to their website, go to YakRods.com, and then put the link to the rod that if you won, that would be the rod you won. And I'm going to pick 2 winners. And when I pick the winner, you're going to win the rod that you picked. So go to their website, follow them on Instagram at YakRods, put YakRods the word. Okay, we're trying to help them out with some SEO. We're trying to help them out with some name recognition. Use the hashtag YakRods in the comment section, and then post the link for the YakRods rod that if you won, it would be the rod that you wanted to win. Now, I am going to see how well this goes. And if I can get 1,000 comments, I'm going to do a double down and say tag a friend and you win. And then when you win, they win. So we'll give away 2 rods because you'll win a rod and then you'll win them a rod. So let's get back to doing some more of the walkthroughs. Back into the foundation series, and I can tell because it has got this more natural cork colored wind grip on it. They sent me another rod that I really have been excited about giving a shot. So let me get this thing out of the plastic and then we'll walk through it. And then I see one more that I think I'm going to talk about. This video's already gone a little bit longer because you know guys know me, you know I like to talk. But so this is the foundation series. This right here is a 6/8 medium, moderate fast. Okay, this thing is, it's a topwater and jerkbait rod. I know a lot of people from up north are going to get mad at me when I say I don't like to fish a jerkbait on a spinning rod. I do sometimes, but for the most part, I like to fish a jerkbait on a casting rod. So this is a jerkbait rod. So it's a jerkbait in a topwater because again, it's going to be a little bit of a faster tip with a little bit more of a moderate action. It's going to work really good for giving that jerk it and throw some slack in the line or let that topwater lure walk. Now, I will be honest with you and say that I wouldn't have thought of a jerkbait rod and a topwater rod having the same action and, you know, power and action combination. At 6'9", it is the right length for what I would think about it. So it's going to be interesting to find out, is it a better jerkbait rod or a better topwater rod, or will they surprise me and make this thing knock both of those out of the park? I'm going to do one more rod just because, again, I am going to go back through and do all of these rods in a full-blown walkthrough. So let me just pop whatever the next rod is in line off of here, and then we'll do a walkthrough of it. And like I said, I will come back and do a full walkthrough of each of these rods in depth, the what, where, when, why, how, on whether or not you should buy them, or when you buy them, what you should buy them for. So this is going to be a black line, light finesse. Okay, this is a spinning rod that I ordered because I want to start giving a little bit bigger than BFS, but a little bit smaller than what I normally throw on a casting rod. And I want to force myself to give spinning rods a little bit more of a chance. And I love the fact that they set this thing up. It's still a very powerful rod, but yet down here at the tip, you got a lot of action. Okay, I like these single foot bladed guides, and then back down at the stripper guide or at the end, you do have that microwave guide. So again, I'm really excited about putting these YakRods through the paces. I love the fact that they're building rods specifically for us, you know, by kayak anglers, for kayak anglers. Support those that support us. Do me a favor, jump in on the giveaway, head over to their website, click on the one that you would want if you want it, and then drop that link in the description box. And right next to that, type in the word YakRods and then put the hashtag YakRods, help give them some love. And then go follow them on Instagram at a minimum, but go follow them on all their socials to help them grow their organic reach. And we'll do some more giveaways in the future. You guys do me a favor, get this video 1,000 comments and I'll double the giveaway. I'll double the giveaway by running another giveaway where you can tag a friend, and when you win, they win. So hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Stay tuned for some awesome content coming next week from iCast, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love y'all.